through building our life science sector to how we can attract the best talent in the world to do so. And I know both companies we're highlighting today, Cardium and Evonik, have a special connection to this place, which are at the heart of life science and research. We know that we live in a much more complicated and dangerous world. Global trade shifts, conflict, and here in BC also wildfires are putting increased pressure on Canadians. And now, in the middle of a trade war, this uncertainty is growing. Pressure on workers, pressure on businesses. We know many in BC have been impacted by the first chapter of this trade war, particularly those in the forestry sector. We're here for BC, and we've been there for you, and we will continue to be. We all know that many more workers and businesses are impacted by the new tariffs. And that is why earlier this week, we announced more than $7.5 billion in support programs for our businesses and our workers. Support to keep your workers. Also non-repayable contributions and interest-free loans for businesses. This means that for some, if you have a business impacted by tariffs, you can stay afloat. If you have a job at risk, you can keep your job. Right here in BC, Pacifican, which is headed by my dear friend and colleague, Gregor Robertson, Pacifican is our regional development agency, and the BDC are here to help. And while we're helping those affected by illegal tariffs, we need to continue to build Canada strong, including right here for British Columbians. On va être là pour nos entreprises, on va être là pour nos jobs, et on va être là pour notre monde. Building Canada strong means many things. Today, I'll concentrate on two ways we're doing it. Let's start by talking how we will build Canada strong as a life science hub. Metro Vancouver, we know, is uniquely positioned to lead the country and the world in that sector. First, let's talk about Cardium. And thank you, Kevin, for being here with us. The team at Cardium has perfected a device for heart surgery that most Canadians have probably never heard of, but can help save countless lives globally, and of course here at home. It's called the Globe system. It treats the world's most common heart rhythm disorder, atrial fibrillation, with unparalleled precision, and Health Canada just to prove it last month. Today, Cardium is receiving around $30 million from our government towards their $125 million project to expand their facility in Burnaby to increase their manufacturing capacity. They were building around 500 of the devices. They will get to 30,000 devices per year. Thank you. Congratulations. Kevin at Cardium and his team will create 300 new jobs and maintain a total of 7 highly skilled jobs, and will create around 2,000 co-op positions across British Columbia, and will keep the company's IP here in Canada. The Qatar investment agency, QIA, was a significant participant in Cardium's latest capital round, and the Prime Minister and I, when we were in Doha together back in January, were talking about Cardium. So QIA's investment in Cardium is a powerful proof point that Canadian medtech companies can attract world-class global capital. So congratulations again. Now, the second company we want to highlight is Evonik. Evonik is working on mRNA medicine, the same technology platform the world leaned on during the pandemic, and we're developing them here in Canada. Today, Evonik is receiving up to $68 million from our government towards a $150 million project that will expand their presence in BC, including to build a competence center. So thank you so much, Guido and the team, because this is also really good news. Because this, indeed, This project will expand research and manufacturing for early phase medicine and create 40 new jobs and maintain 200 skilled jobs, and will support more than 107 co-op positions for the next generations entering the field. And I met with Evonik's team when I was in Germany at the Hanover Messe, so at the Hanover Fair. Guido, you and I were together. I was pushing hard for you to make that investment in Canada. You made the right choice, so congratulations. Thank you so much. Because Evonik's parent company is a German company, so it shows again that we can continue to work with many of our partners, particularly also in Europe. So I know that you guys are betting on Canada, and Canada is also betting on you. So congratulations. Ensemble, Cardium et Evonik illustrent ce que signifie concrètement la souveraineté économique dans le domaine des sciences de la vie, de magnifiques compagnies qui vont avoir une longue vie au Canada. Donc, félicitations. But facilities and technology are only part of the equation. At the heart of every breakthrough is people. The second way that we're building Canada strong is through world-class universities. The future belongs to countries that can develop, attract, and retain exceptional talent. A clear example are the roots that both Cardium and Evonik have to the University of British Columbia. While certain countries are cutting research and turning their back on academic freedom, we're doubling down on science and we're doubling down on research. That brings me to Eddie Goldenberg Research Shares of Canada. Last December, alongside my colleague Marjorie Michel, our Minister of Health, we launched the largest talent attraction strategy of any Western country. $1.7 billion to attract the world's best and brightest researchers, and also to bring Canada's best and brightest back home. The Eddie Goldenberg Research Shares honors a man who spent his career championing Canadian research. Eddie understood that good ideas become great when we support creativity, discovery, and innovation. And along with David Johnson, a former Governor General, Alan Bernstein, fantastic scientist, they really worked hard on getting the government support for their idea of developing this incredible initiative. Eddie passed away a month ago, and that is why we decided to give the name of the Impact Plus Chairs in his memory. So that's why we're now calling the Eddie Goldenberg. I must also highlight two persons that really work really hard to get this fantastic initiative going. My parliamentary secretary, Karim Berdisi, who's unfortunately not with us, but in Toronto making an echo announcement. So thank you, Karim, and Robert Asselin also, who's with us. Oh, merci, Robert. Merci encore. And thank you to all the heads of universities and their team who helped make this happen. This historic initiative could not have been possible without your collaboration. So today we further honor Eddie's legacy, and I'm pleased to announce the results of the first intake, especially here in Vancouver, while UBC is leading the way with 9 new researchers. Bravo à Benoît, bravo à l'équipe. Félicitations. The Government of Canada is investing more than $500 million to support 64 research chairs over 8 years and over $37 million to support institutions in the recruitment of 63 emerging leaders over the next year. Aujourd'hui, nous rendons une nouvelle fois hommage à l'héritage d'Eddie Goldenberg. Je suis heureuse d'annoncer les résultats de la première sélection, notamment ici à l'Université de la Colombie-Britannique, à UBC, qui est en première première liste, enfin en tête de liste, avec 9 nouveaux chercheurs. Le gouvernement du Canada investit plus de 500 millions de dollars pour soutenir 64 chaires de recherche sur une période de 8 ans, ainsi que 37 millions de dollars pour aider les établissements à recruter 63 leaders émergents au cours des années à venir. So, our first intake represents researchers from 13 countries. And good news, we also have 23 Canadians coming back. Let me share 3 examples with you. Professor Sarah Seeger is a world-renowned Canadian astrophysicist and MIT professor whose pioneering work transformed the search for planets beyond our solar system. She is a global leader in exoplanet research and the search for life beyond Earth, and she's coming back to the University of Toronto. So, good choice, Sarah. Thank you. Vous prenez comme exemple également le professeur Patrick Charbonneau, qui était jusqu'à récemment à l'Université Duke, en Caroline du Nord. Patrick se joint à l'Université de Montréal pour diriger la chaire de recherche en matières complexes et l'intelligence artificielle. Il se joint à titre de professeur de physique et membre de l'Institut Courtois. Another one is with us, actually, and is Professor Peter Caravan. Peter is a world-leading molecular imaging scientist and a professor at Harvard. His innovations have advanced from the lab to clinical trials, helping improve the diagnosis of illness such as fibrosis and cancer and other serious conditions. Peter, of course, you're with us today, and I know that you're coming back to your alma mater, UBC. You did the right choice. Together, these chairs believe in Canada's future in life sciences and, of course, in fields such as our environment, Arctic protection, global security, and they want to be part of building it. Years from now, we will look back at today's announcement, and we will be able to seize the lasting impact of our choices. How many lives were made better? How many young people were inspired by their professors? How many groundbreaking discoveries, universities, on their communities, on our country, and on the world? When people ask how Canada is responding to a changing world, point them to this hinge moment in our history. Point them to the researchers who have chosen Canada, to the discoveries that will improve lives, to the talent that will help shape the future. And to everyone at Cardium and Evonik, congratulations. And to all the Eddie Goldenberg research chairs joining our research community, welcome home. Thank you so much.